In the kingdom of Umuoma, ruled by the wise and noble king Ezebike and his beloved queen Ugebe, a shadow of sorrow loomed. For 3 long years, despite their prosperity, their hearts were heavy with the absence of a child. Queen Ugebe, known for her beauty and kindness, would often retreat to the royal gardens to weep and pray fervently. One night, as she knelt down in her room and prayed, her tearful whispers reached the heavens. "Oh God, bless us with a child to complete our joy," she pleaded. Moved by her sincerity, God answered her prayers. Soon after, Queen Ugebe gave birth to a daughter, whom they named Olamma, meaning God's joy. Olamma grew into a radiant young woman. Her grace and beauty unmatched in the kingdom. Her laughter filled the palace with joy, but her eyes often wandered to the village below, where the maidens would gather to dance in celebration. Her heart yearned to join them, to be a part of that joyous unity. One evening, as she stood by the palace window, she turned to her father. "Father, may I join the village maidens in their dance?" Her eyes sparkled with hope. King Ezebike's face hardened. "No, Princess Olamma, you are a princess. It is too dangerous, and your place is here, within the safety of the palace walls." "But father," Princess Olamma said, "the village dances are beautiful and they bring our people together. I want to be part of that joy." "My decision is final," the king declared with a strict voice. "You are not to leave the palace." Though she respected her father's wishes, Princess Olamma's spirit was restless. Each night, she dreamt of dancing under the moonlight, her feet moving to the rhymes of the drums. Her longing grew stronger with each passing day. One fateful night, determined to follow her heart, Princess Olamma devised a plan. She fashioned a disguise from a simple maiden's dress to cover her face with a delicate veil. Slipping out of the palace, she made her way to the village maiden dance, where she joined the maidens to practice the village cultural dance. The maidens welcomed her without question. Enchanted by her grace and mysterious presence, her identity hidden, Princess Olamma danced freely, her movements enchanting everyone. No one knew who she was, not even the other maidens. In the kingdom of Umuoma, anticipation burst in the air. The town crier announced that a grand festival would take place in 12 market days. The village maidens were to perform, and excitement spread quickly. Princess Olamma, eager to join the dances in secret, prepared her disguise. One day, on her way to meet the village maidens dance group, Princess Olamma hurried through a dense forest path. Distracted by her thoughts of the upcoming festival, she slipped on a patch of wet leaves and tumbled to the ground. Pain shot through her ankle, and she began to cry softly, unsure if she could stand. Just then, an unknown man appeared, drawn by her cries. "Are you all right?" he asked gently, kneeling beside her. He was tall, with kind eyes and a strong build. "Let me help you." "My ankle is hot," Princess Olamma replied, trying to mask her face with her veil. The man, named Obinna, carefully examined her ankle. "It looks like a sprain. You need to rest it. Here, lean on me." He helped her to her feet, his touch gentle but firm. "Thank you," Princess Olamma said, trying to keep her voice steady. "I was on my way to the village." Obinna nodded, supporting her as they walked slowly. "You are one of the village maidens, right? Preparing for the festival?" Princess Olamma head back, then nodded, grateful of his assumption. "Yes, we have much to do before the festival." As they reached the edge of the village, Obinna guided her to a shaded spot and sat her down. "You should rest here. I will get some help." "No, please," Princess Olamma declaimed. "I will be fine. I just need a moment." Obinna looked at her with concern, but respected her wish. "All right, but be careful. I'll come back later to check on you." After he left, Princess Olamma rested for a while. Her ankle still throbbing. She knew she had to be more careful if she wanted to keep her secret. As the pain subsided, she slowly made her way to the dance group, determined not to let her injury keep her from dancing. When she arrived, the other maidens were practicing. They welcomed her with smiles, unaware of her true identity. Princess Olamma joined them, moving through the pain, her determination masking her discomfort. The festival was drawing closer, and she had to be ready. Meanwhile, Obinna could not shake the feeling that there was more to the maiden he had helped. He decided to return to the spot where he had left her, hoping to learn more about her. As he approached the village, he saw the maidens practicing and watched from a distance, his eyes searching for the girl with the sprained ankle. Princess Olamma, noticing Obinna's presence, felt a surge of anxiety. She hoped he would not recognize her among the other maidens. Her secret was already fragile, and any slip could reveal her true identity. As the festival day approached, the excitement in the village grew. The maidens practiced tirelessly, and Princess Olamma's skill and grace continued to captivate them. Her mysterious presence added an air of intrigue to their preparations. Obinna, still conscious about the girl he has helped, began asking discreet questions among the villagers. Do you know who the new maiden is? The one with the vein. The villagers shook their heads. No one knows. She appears out of nowhere and danced like a spirit. In the kingdom of Umuoma, excitement for the grand festival reached new heights when King Ezebike announced that he had invited 3 neighboring kings and their families to grace the event. One of these kings was Obiora, whose son Obinna has recently helped a mysterious maiden in the forest. Princess Olamma, the princess of Umuoma, continued to hide her identity as she practiced with the village maidens. Unknown to her, the kind man who has helped her was none other than Obinna, the prince of a neighboring kingdom. Prince Obinna, who had been captivated by the vain dancer, was eager to attend the festival in hopes of discovering her identity. On the day of the festival, the village was a hive of activity. Stalls were set up, and vibrant decorations adorned every corner. The aroma of delicious food filled the air, and the sounds of music and laughter echoed throughout the village. The villagers wore their finest clothes, ready to celebrate. In the palace, King Ezebike welcomed his guests with great ceremony. King Obiora, King Nnamdi, and King Ifeanyi arrived with their families, and the atmosphere was filled with anticipation and nobility. Welcome, my friends, King Ezebike said warmly. It is an honor to have you here to celebrate with us. Obiora, a tall and regal man, nodded. We are pleased to be here. King Ezebike, your kingdom is as beautiful as ever. Prince Obinna, standing beside his father, could hardly contain his excitement. He scanned the crowd, searching for any sign of the mysterious dancer. His heart raced at the thought of seeing her again. The festival began with various performances and displays of talent. The villagers cheered as acrobats, musicians, and storytellers entertained them. The excitement built up to the highlights of the evening, the dance of the village maid. Princess Olamma, dressed in her simple disguise and with her vein securely in place, joined the other maids. Her ankle still ached, but her determination overshadowed the pain. She had to dance. It was her passion and her escape. As the maidens took their positions, hush fell over the crowd. The music started, and the dancers began to move gracefully. Princess Olamma's movements were mesmerizing, and her presence drew everyone's attention. Her elegance and mystery captivated the audience, including the visiting kings and their families. From his seat, King Ezebike watched the dancers closely. His curiosity about the mysterious dancer growing with each performance. There was something about her that captured his heart, a familiarity he could not ignore. Obinna too was entranced. He leaned forward, eyes fixed on the veiled dancer. "That is her," he whispered to himself. "I have to know who she is." As the dance continued, Princess Olama's veil slipped slightly, revealing a glimpse of her face. Prince Obinna's breath caught in his throat. He was sure it was the same girl he has helped in the forest. The realization filled him with a mix of excitement and determination. After the performance, the crowd erupted with applause. The maidens bowed, and Princess Olama quickly adjusted her veil before slipping away. She knew she had to be careful, especially with so many important guests present. King Ezebike, intrigued by the mysterious dancer, decided to approach Chief Okeke, his advisor. "Find out who that dancer is," he instructed. "There is something about her that I must know." Chief Okeke nodded and set off to gather information. Meanwhile, Prince Obinna made his way through the crowd, trying to follow the dancer. He caught sight of her as she disappeared into a quieter part of the village. He quickened his pace, determined not to lose her. "Allah," one of the maidens called out, unaware of Prince Obinna following her. "You were amazing. We couldn't have done it without you." "Thank you," Princess Olama replied, her voice soft. "But I must hurry. I need to return before anyone noticed my absence." Prince Obinna's heart raced as he listened to their conversation. He stepped forward, his voice gentle but firm. "Wait, please. I need to speak with you." Princess Olama turned, her eyes widening as she recognized Obinna. She tried to hide her surprise. I don't know what you mean." Prince Obinna stepped closer, his eyes filled with curiosity and admiration. "I helped you in the forest. You sprained your ankle. I just want to know who you are." Princess Olama's mind raced. She could not reveal her identity. "Not yet. I'm just a village maiden," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "Please let me go." Before Prince Obinna could respond, she hurried away, her heart pounding. She knew she had to be more careful. Her secret was hanging by a thread. Back at the palace, King Ezebike awaits Chief Okeke's return. The advisor approached him with a puzzled expression. "Your Majesty, no one seems to know who the mysterious dancer is. The maiden says she appears and disappears without a trace." King Ezebike frowned. "Keep looking. There is something about her I must understand." The festival continued late into the night, filled with music, laughter and joy. Yet beneath the surface, secrets and mysteries hidden. Princess Olama's identity remained hidden. As the celebration drew to a close, the visiting kings and their families retired to the palace. Prince Obinna, unable to forget the mysterious dancer, vowed to uncover her identity. He knew there was more to her than meet the eyes, and his heart yearned to know the truth. Prince Obinna was restless. He could not get the mysterious dancer out of his mind. His father, King Obiora, noticing his son's unease, approached him. "Obinna, King Ezebike has invited us for a 3-day visit to strengthen our friendship. Perhaps this will be the opportunity you need to find her." Prince Obinna's eyes lit up with hope. "Thank you, father. I will make the most of these 3 days." When King Obiora's family arrived at King Ezebike's palace, they were welcomed warmly. The palace servants catered to their every need. Ife, the dining hall was prepared for a grand dinner. King Ezebuike, Queen Ugebe, King Obiora, Queen Omalicha, and Prince Obinna sat around the set table. The conversation flowed easily, but Prince Obinna's mind was elsewhere, his thoughts consumed by the mysterious dancer. Just then, the doors opened and Princess Olamma entered. She walked gracefully towards the table, her presence commanding attention. Prince Obinna's eyes fixed on her. A spark of recognition flashed in his mind. This face looks familiar, he thought. I think I have seen her somewhere. Princess Olamma, noticing Prince Obinna's intense gaze, felt a sudden anxiety. To distract him, she spoke up, her voice filled with warmth. Father, it's wonderful to see our guests enjoying themselves. Your generosity knows no bound. King Ezebuike smiled proudly. Thank you, Olamma. We are honored to host our dear friends. Princess Olamma took her seat, joining the dinner. The conversation continued, but Prince Obinna could not shake the feeling that he knew Princess Olamma from somewhere. He leaned towards his mother, Queen Omalicha, and whispered, Mother, who is she? Queen Omalicha looked at Olamma. That is Princess Olamma, King Ezebuike's daughter. Why do you ask? Prince Obinna's mind raised. No reason. She just seems familiar. Throughout the dinner, Prince Obinna stole glances at Princess Olamma, trying to piece together where he had seen her before. Princess Olamma, sensing his curiosity, remained calm but alert, knowing she had to be careful. After dinner, King Ezebuike invited everyone to the grand hall for music and dancing. Princess Olamma's heart pondered as she realized she might have to dance in front of Obinna. She whispered to her maidservant, Nneka, I cannot let him recognize me. What should I do? Nneka replied softly, stay in the background and let the other maidens take the spotlight. Blend in as much as you can. As the music began, the maidens danced. Their moves fluid and enchanting. Princess Olamma joined them, but kept her veil firmly in place and stayed towards the back. Prince Obinna watched the dancers intently, his eyes searching for any clue. King Ezebuike, noticing Prince Obinna's distraction, leaned over to King Obiora. Your son seems quite taken with our dancers. King Obiora laughed. Yes, he is fascinated by them, especially one mysterious dancer from the festival. King Ezebuike's interest arose. The mysterious dancer. We are still trying to uncover her identity. Perhaps she is here tonight. Obinna overheard their conversation and his determination grew. As the night wore on, he kept a close watch on the dancers, hoping to catch a glimpse of the one who had stolen his heart. After the performance, the guests retired to their chambers. Prince Obinna, unable to sleep, wandered the palace halls, hoping to find some clue about the mysterious dancer. He found himself in the garden, where he spotted a lone figure sitting by the fountain. He approached quietly, his heart racing. Who is there? He called out softly. The figure turned, and to his surprise, it was Princess Olamma. She looked at him with wide eyes, caught off guard. Prince Obinna, what are you doing here? Prince Obinna stepped closer, his curiosity burning. I could not sleep. There is something about you, Princess Olamma. I feel like I have seen you before. Princess Olamma's heart pondered. Perhaps in a dream, she replied, trying to deflate his suspicion. Obinna shook his head. No, it was more than a dream. I must know. Were you the mysterious dancer at the festival? Princess Olamma head back, her mind racing for an answer. I don't know what you are talking about. Prince Obinna reached out, his eyes pleading. Please, if you are the one, just tell me. I have not been able to think of anything else. Before Princess Olamma could respond, a palace guard approached. Prince Obinna, the king requests your presence in the main hall. Reluctantly, Prince Obinna turned to the guard. I will be there shortly. He looked back at Princess Olamma, his eyes filled with longing. This is not over, princess. I will find the truth. Princess Olamma watched him leave, her heart heavy with the burden of her secret. She knew the next few days would be crucial. The dance had brought them closer, but the mystery was far from being solved. The tale of Olamma, the mysterious dancer, was still unfolding. Forces beyond their understanding were at play, and the journey to uncover the truth and find love continued. Will Prince Obinna be able to find out who the mysterious dancer was? Will Olamma's secret be uncovered? Will Chief Okeke be able to get answers to the king's quest? Find out in part 2. Please subscribe, like and comment to this channel for more enchanting tales.